24 teams in action for Major League Baseball Monday, August 18th. We're going to break down every single game and come up with the best bet for those games right here, right now. Greetings, everybody. Welcome back to the show. And for joining us for the first time, welcome to the jungle. We're going to break down every single game in Major League Baseball for Monday, August 18th, come up with the best bet for each one of those games. And I'm also going to leave two links for you in the comment section of this video. The first link is for my $5 favorite play of the day. And for just $5 and no further obligation, you get my favorite bet of the day with reasoning, explanation, and full breakdown sent right to your phone. I've been doing this for 8 days, and we're 6-2 on those plays. The second link is for the sale we're running till August 23rd, the start of college football this coming Saturday. And for just $159 for the whole entire year, you get everything that I do. All sports, all access. I cap NFL, MLB, NBA, college basketball, and college football. You get my full exact betting card sent to your phone every single morning. Access to our members-only Discord and a direct line to me if you'd like me to opine and any other bet that you're considering placing. Now, it's a really good deal, $159 for the whole entire year. And at the risk of sounding vainglorious, I do provide the best and most profitable results for the lowest prices. Why is it so low, the pricing? Well, because I can afford to do it, and I enjoy helping people learn how to bet for profitability. I love what I do, and I enjoy helping people learn it and understand it. Today's video is brought to you by Outlier.bet, the top name in sports betting research, and by Red Lobster. Every Wednesday, your parole officer eats for free. We're looking at the big NL Central showdown to start. It's an afternoon game, too. It's a doubleheader between the Brewers and the Cubs. Now, we're just betting game one of the doubleheader, just looking at game one. The reason is you don't know what the bullpen usage will be, etc., for game two. So with doubleheaders, we only bet game ones. So we're looking at that. And the starting pitching matchup is Freddie Peralta, fastball Freddie from Milwaukee, and Cade Horton for the Cubs. Now, the Brewers' 14-game winning streak came to an end on Sunday, and it's probably a good thing for Milwaukee because that's a heavy burden to carry around. So that now that that's done, they can kind of go back to normal business. That being said, I think this is a very good, advantageous situation for the Cubs. The Brewers have been on the road now. This is their second straight series on the road, and the Cubs are at home for the second straight series. And they've been licking their chops for a chance to close the gap between them and the first place Brewers. Now remember, the Cubs were in first place for most of the season. The Brewers have just overtaken them. Cubs rookie starter Cade Horton has been nothing short of brilliant. Horton, just one earned run total allowed in his last 5 starts. 0, 0, 0, 0, and 1 earned run allowed in those last 5 starts. The Brewers' last loss before the streak began, was against these Cubs and in Milwaukee. And Freddie Peralta pitched in that game. And Peralta allowed 5 earned runs, 4 walks, and just 4 innings to the Cubs. The Cubs won that game 10-3. And I think the situation is prime for a Cubs win here on the money line for a good price at home. Game number 2, Houston at Detroit. We have Spencer Arrighetti and Meatballs starting for the Astros. We have Jackie Flaherty. Jesus Christ, Jack Flaherty going for the Tigers. Now, lots of red flags in our relationship with Spencer Arrighetti. A 6.38 ERA and a whip of 1.57. And the Astros have lost Arrighetti's last 3 starts. The Houston bullpen, which was very good at the start of the year, has regressed somewhat and have dropped down in my current bullpen rankings all the way to 25th. In their last 7 starts, the Astros bullpen has an ERA of 7.94. Now, Jack Flaherty not in his best form, but because of his swing and miss stuff, and because he's frankly just a better pitcher than Arrighetti is, I trust him more than I do Spencer Arrighetti. Detroit bullpen also has been much better than Houston recently. My rankings has them 7th in the last 7 days. The Tigers bullpen in their last 7 games has an ERA of just 1.45. The Tigers have scored 37 runs their last 7 games. The Houston's 28. And Houston batting just .237 in their last 7 games. Tigers on the money line is the play in Tigers Astros. Cardinals at Miami. Matthew Liberatore going for St. Louis. We have Yuri Perez going for the Fish. Now, Perez is the better option in this game, but he's allowed 9 earned runs in his last 2 starts. Perez is not in his best form. You never know which version of Matthew Liberatore you're going to get, and he's a tough pitcher to back. And the Cardinals have lost 4 of Liberatore's last 5 starts. The bullpen edge in this game does go to St. Louis. Neither offense is in great form. Both teams very tough to back in this game. Nothing tips the scale. And for that reason, if I had to bet this game, I'd take St. Louis money line because it's the plus money price. Toronto at Pittsburgh. Kevin Gausman going for the Blue Jays. Paul Skeens for the Pirates. We have Skeens has allowed 18 hits and 8 earned runs, believe it or not, in his last 15 innings. Also, you don't know how long the Pirates will leave him in the game. They're probably saving his arm a little bit. They, of course, can't make the playoffs, so they're going to shut him down and not let him go his full 100 pitches, most likely. The difference between these two offenses also is immeasurable. And looking at the Pirates bullpen, according to my rankings, are ranked 30th. In their last 7 days, they have a 7.67 ERA. We're getting an even money price for Toronto on the money line because they're on the road and because of the name of Paul Skeens. Don't think too much about this. Back the Blue Jays on the money line over the Pirates in Pittsburgh. Seattle at Philadelphia. Very interesting game. We have Logan Gilbert going for the Mariners, Rangers, Suarez for the Phillies. Now, Gilbert is a great right-handed pitcher who's strikeout dependent. Suarez is a great left-handed pitcher who depends on the ground ball and soft contact to get outs. I have Philadelphia's bullpen ranked 6th in today's form, and I have Seattle's ranked 20th. The starting pitching matchup to me really is even. So we have to look for edges somewhere else. And we find those edges. Philadelphia returning home, but this will be the Mariners' 3rd straight series on the road. Now couple that with Seattle playing Sunday night baseball, not having the rest that they need, probably getting in late Sunday night, early Monday morning, and Philly having a 14-spot ranking in my bullpen rankings. I got the Phillies here for the edge on the money line over the Mariners. Baltimore at Boston. We have Trevor Rogers going for the Orioles and Dustin May going for the Red Sox. Now, Rogers has been nothing short of brilliant for the O's this season. A 1.43 ERA and a whip of 0.81. On the other side, I'm far from a Dustin May fan. I honestly don't believe at this stage he's a legitimate Major League Baseball starter. But it's very hard to bet against the Red Sox with the runs they've scored at Fenway, especially having the bullpen edge in this game as well. The way I play this game, I'd back the Orioles bats over Dusty May, and I go Orioles team total over in the first 5 innings. White Sox at Atlanta, Yoandres Gomez going for the Sox, and we have Spencer Strider going for the Braves. Now, Gomez has an ERA north of 5.5 and a whip north of 1.5. He's a bullpen arm turned starter and clearly an audition for next year's White Sox team as a starter. The Braves have the better bullpen as well, and their offense is in better current form. Now, there's no value on the money line for Atlanta. Most books have this price sitting around minus 200. And I never lay 1.5 runs with the home team because there's the chance that they bet 8 times to the opponent's 9. You don't want to lay 1.5 runs when that happens. Only way to play this game is Atlanta team total or Atlanta Braves alternate run line of -1. Rangers at the Royals. Jack Leiter going for the Rangers. Hey, that's Al's kid. Michael Wacha for the Royals. Leiter's been outstanding. 2 earned runs or less allowed in his last 5 consecutive starts. Same thing for Michael Wacha. 2 earned runs or less in his last 5 starts. Both of these bullpens are top 10 in terms of earned run average, and both of these offenses are bottom 10 in terms of runs scored. The over-under is a surprising line of 9 to me. I think it should be 8 or 8.5. I think we stay under the total of 9 in Texas, Kansas City. Dodgers at Colorado. We have Yamamoto going versus Kyle Freeland. Pardon me. Now, a huge pitching edge, of course, for the Dodgers in this one. Both bullpen and starting pitching. But because of the price, you'll find no value betting on the Dodgers. Only way to play this game, we're not going to waste time, is Dodgers team total over in Colorado. Reds at the Angels. No official starter for the Angels yet, but Brady Singer going for Cincinnati. Not a great year so far for Singer. A 4.31 ERA and a whip of 1.31. The bullpen, however, is pretty good. I have the Reds currently ranked 9th in my bullpen ratings and the Angels 26th. If this is a bullpen game for Los Angeles, which I think it could be, I think they're in trouble. Reds money lines to play in Cincinnati, Los Angeles. Cleveland at Arizona, Gavin Williams against Zach Gallen. Now, Williams was cruising along in his last few starts until his last one, in which he gave up 4 earned runs to the Miami Marlins, but still a much better option than Zach Gallen is right now for Arizona. Gallen has an ERA of 5.31 and a whip of 1.35, just not himself this season. I have Cleveland's bullpen ranked 6 spots ahead of Arizona's going into today's games. And, we know that the Diamondbacks offense can mash, despite the up and down season that they've had. They score runs easily and in bunches, and they lack the ability to prevent runs. I think we go over the total in Arizona, Cleveland. And last game on the docket, we have San Francisco at San Diego. Robbie Ray going for the Giants and Uncle Nestor Cortez going for the Padres. Now, we just saw these two teams with this same exact pitching matchup on August 12th, but in San Francisco. This game's in San Diego. And in that game, that last game, Cortez looked good, Robbie Ray did not. And San Diego won that game 5-1. San Diego possesses much better bullpen as well, number 1 in bullpen, according to my rankings, both current form and for the season. And the Giants' offense is bottom 5 in pretty much every major offensive metric that there is. San Diego on the money line is the easy play for me in this one. Let's have a day, Jungle Nation, and I'll see you tomorrow with a little more money in your pocket.